Let me show you how to eat your way through the big game on Sunday. The Super Bowl is just a few days away, and whether you're going to a Super Bowl party, or you're hosting a Super Bowl party, or you're just buying a whole bunch of food to down yourself, it's important to have a good strategy for out there on the field. And by on the field, I mean at the snack table. Now, full disclosure, I am not a big sports guy. I know nothing about football. This will be the one sporting event I watch the entire year. I am not here for the game. I'm there for three reasons and three reasons only. First and foremost, the food, the snacks. This is my Super Bowl. Secondly, I'm there for the commercials. I like to make wisecracks with the people around me. I enjoy the cultural zeitgeist, the feeling of what's happening now, something to talk about later this week. I like the culture of the Super Bowl. And thirdly, I'm there for the halftime show. I want to see what they're going to do this year to piss off dumb people. That's why I'm here. Now, beforehand, one thing you got to consider is, what am I bringing to this Super Bowl party? What am I contributing to the table? Am I going to think outside of the box, or am I going to bring old favorites? Now, there are certain old favorites that are always going to be classics that you can bring as much of as you want. Personally, I like chicken wings. You're never going to go wrong with chicken wings. Every single person there could bring chicken wings, and I would just be like, hell yeah, it's a wing party. I'll tell you one thing I know for sure, and it's that ain't nobody ever been mad about meatballs in a crock pot. People love that shit. Same goes with some cocktail weenies swimming in barbecue sauce. Ain't nobody disappointed to see somebody walk through that door with the party tray of chicken tenders. Pizza is always appreciated and a safe bet. Find me somebody that doesn't like pizza. But if you're gonna do pizza, you need to go with like a local pizzeria that makes a good pie. Don't be some prick showing up with a Little Caesars pizza. And definitely don't roll up with like some frozen pizza uncooked in a grocery bag and a dumb look on your face. Get out of here. A nice array of finger sandwiches will tickle fancies and please crowds. Now, if I may, let me offer a word of caution regarding dips. Don't bring dip to a Super Bowl party. Somebody already brought dip. Everybody brought dip. Don't bring dip. It's going to be wall-to-wall dips. The dips are taken care of, man. Do something else. Now, don't get me wrong. I love dip. I love chips. I love crackers. I love Toast Points. I love the entire dip universe. But here's the thing. It's oversaturated. If you aren't careful, the Super Bowl party is going to look like this. Wall-to-wall dips. Believe me, there is going to be queso there. There is going to be French onion. There's going to be 7-layer dip. There's going to be sausage dip. There's going to be pizza dip. There's going to be buffalo chicken dip. There's going to be dip. We're good on the dips. Everybody's going to have carpal tunnel in the wrist from all the dipping. You know where people really drop the ball at Super Bowl parties? Desserts, man. Bring some cookies, man, some cakes. Make you a little pudding concoction or something. I must emphasize, don't be afraid to get creative. Think outside the box. Make some egg rolls. Make some fun little party quesadillas. How about a big old pot of gumbo? That'd be fun. Nobody else is bringing gumbo. Why don't you grill up some brats? Make a little brat station. A big pot of chili is always welcome in the spread, if you ask me. But make sure you bring the accoutrements. That's a big thing with me. You know, if you're bringing chili, bring like the cheese and the sour cream. You know, if you're bringing pulled pork sliders, don't just make some pulled pork and then grab a bag of Hawaiian rolls and just set it off to the side. Put in the effort. If you're bringing something soupy, make sure you bring bowls, or you make sure that there's bowls already at the party. Nobody's trying to eat chili off a paper plate with a fork. Make sure you have plenty of large, durable plates on hand. And make sure you have lots of nice absorbent napkins. Daddy eats a lot and he's messy. Don't be afraid to bring drinks or ice. It's always needed, always appreciated. Ain't nothing worse than getting to the third quarter of the Super Bowl and there's nothing to drink but warm Diet 7 Up. Now, on to my method for eating Super Bowl food. Now, before the game starts, before kickoff, you're going to want to go somewhere secluded, a small area, like a car or the garage. And you're going to want to get like these two gentlemen here. The wheel of brie cheese will not be the only thing baked tonight. Get warm in that container. Now, I have a little bit of a method that I like to employ when I go to a Super Bowl party. It's the 5-trip method. You go before the game in the first quarter. You go during the second quarter, back to the buffet table. Then for halftime, you get up, you go back. Third quarter, you make another pass. Fourth quarter, you go back for the crumbs. Now, I like to get a sampling of everything in my first 2 plates in the first and second quarter. Then I go back before the halftime show and reload on my favorites. I go back twice again in the third and fourth quarter, and I continue to graze until I am happy. Now, something might happen, and you see a commercial for avocados, and you get a hankering for that guacamole in there. That's okay too. Do what makes you happy. Live your life. Fly by the seat of your pants. How fat are we as a country that we have to have commercials for produce? Like, hey, you disgusting pig, have you ever tried a fruit or a vegetable? I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but avocados. So go make yourself a plate, find somewhere comfy to sit, light up a doobie, and maybe this year we'll get to see another booby again. Come on, Bad Bunny, let's see that areola! And that's how to be a Super Bowl party MVP.